to my channel. Today we're going to be testing a new concealer, and girl, I feel like it's a new concealer, at least for me. This is the Wet n Wild MegaLast Incognito All Day Full Coverage Concealer. This retails for $4.99. They came with 8 different shades, so I'm not really sure how I feel about the shade range. I wish they came out with a few more, just to have a little bit more variety. But the shade that I picked up, and I purchased this online by the way, is in light beige. I'm not really sure if this is the right shade range, but we're going to just test it out today and see what it's all about. Crossing my fingers it's the right shade. Keep in mind that I also do have combination oily skin, so basically the T-zone areas where I get oiliest the most, and that's basically where I apply this concealer. So we're just gonna see, how it wears throughout the day. I'm gonna give you guys a few check-ins. We're gonna see if it separates creases, what it starts looking like after, a few hours. Keep in mind this is supposed to have a matte finish, medium to full coverage, which I really love. We're supposed to be really lightweight, really easy to blend out, and it's supposed to also be long-lasting. Obviously, I just mentioned that. And it's supposed to also be really nourishing. It has a licorice root infused in the formula, shea butter, and also mango seed oil. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Everything will be linked down below as always. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and let's jump on in and try out this concealer. So I've already pushed back my hair, as you guys can tell, and I've already applied on foundation and my skincare. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is quickly run through that with you guys, just so you guys, know what I ended up using. And these are all products that I've used for quite some time that I know work really well for me. So the only new thing we're trying out today is just this concealer. So I just wanted to share that with you. So for moisturizer, I went in with the Winky Lux Dream Gilly Moisturizer, which I personally really love. I do have a discount code for Winky Lux Skincare in case you guys are interested. As for my lips, I went in with the Winky Lux Lip Sleeping Mask, which is so good. It's so moisturizing. This is like honestly one of my holy grail items. And as for eye cream, I went in with the Winky Lux. This is called the Wakey Brightening and Depuffing Eye Cream, which honestly is so nice. It's really moisturizing around the eyes. And as for SPF, because I actually almost forgot, I went in with the Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Dry Touch and SPF 100. It is so good. If you guys haven't tried it out or don't wear SPF, try it out. I think you guys would really like it. As for foundation, I went in with the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Foundation and Skincare. Absolutely love this foundation. This is in the shade Medium Neutral 31, and I applied about 3 to 4 pumps to make sure I was covering the hyperpigmentation that I have on the top of my cheekbones. So enough with all of that, you guys. Let's dive into our concealer. By the way, if you guys didn't know, you receive 0.18 fluid ounces in here, and I personally love the doe foot applicator. It looks like it's really nice and spongy that'll pick up enough product to apply on. As for a scent, to be honest, it doesn't really have a scent to it. It kind of smells like, I don't know, concealer, like makeup, but it doesn't smell strong. You have to get really close to look for a scent. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. And by the way, in case I didn't already mention this, in the formula it also is infused with shea butter, licorice root, and mango seed extract. It's supposed to be really moisturizing all at the same time. It's supposed to be medium to full coverage and really lightweight with a matte finish. So for today's video, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and apply on this concealer. I'm going to use 2 different methods to blend out this concealer. So on one side, on the right side, I'm going to go in and blend out this concealer using my Sonia, I think they pronunciate it Kish. I always say her brand incorrectly, but I will have it linked down below in case you guys are interested. You can find these sponges at Target. And then on the other side, I'm going to use a brush to blend out my concealer, and this is the brush that I personally like to use. This is from Japanesque. This is the 718 brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and use 2 different methods to see if there's a difference in the coverage, the finish of it, and if I notice anything different using one method or the other. I'll come back obviously on here and give you guys an update, if I notice anything after blending everything out. So you guys, I hope you enjoy it. Let's jump on in and apply on this concealer. Finished blending out this concealer, and I'll do an up close clip so you guys can see how my skin is currently looking. But to be really honest, I really like this concealer. It's really lightweight without being too watery. I love the doe foot applicator. It picks up enough product, and it was just really easy to blend. I will say that the light beige concealer that I picked up, I feel like it works really well, especially with this foundation. It does give me a little bit of that natural brightness. I wish this concealer was a little bit brighter. It does kind of have like a pink like a slight pink undertone to this concealer, so I'm not a huge fan, but I feel like it definitely works. It's giving me that brightness under the eye area that I'm looking for and basically wherever I applied it on. So far I really like it. Using a sponge or a brush, I did notice more of a coverage using a brush. I didn't notice that I didn't have to go in and apply more concealer. On the side that I applied the concealer, I did notice that once I applied on the concealer and blended out with my sponge, I went in a few times trying to build the coverage a little bit more just because it wasn't giving me the coverage that I needed or the finish, and I just felt like one side looked really nice and the other kind of looked like it needed more. So I hope that makes sense. So that is the only thing. I just definitely feel like use a brush to blend out the concealer if you're looking for, you know, a little bit more coverage. I'm always looking for a little bit more coverage, especially because I do have hyperpigmentation on the top of my cheekbones, and I always rely on my concealer to give me a little bit more of that coverage that I'm looking for, just because it is pretty close to under the eye area. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, just so you guys know, you know, where I'm coming from when it comes to this concealer. But so far I don't notice that it gave me a great cast on the top of my cheekbones where I do have the hyperpigmentation, which is a big plus for me because that's something that I'm always worried about when it comes to certain concealers. Sometimes it gives me like a great cast and it just doesn't really cover the hyperpigmentation. If anything, it kind of makes it pop through from underneath. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do, you guys, is I'm gonna go ahead and finish doing my makeup off camera. It takes me about an hour to finish getting ready, and then I'll come back, you guys, and give you an update on how my skin is currently looking, if I had any issues, you know, doing my makeup or anything like that. It is currently, what is the time is it? It is 11:02. I will check in with you guys in a bit. So I just finished doing my makeup, obviously, and finished getting ready, and this is how my skin is currently looking. And so far, to be honest, it's looking really good. I definitely feel like I have an airbrushed flawless finish. It's worked really well with the rest of the powders I used, and I used products obviously that I'm really familiar with that I know always work really well for me. So far I really like it. I love the undertone. I think it worked really well with everything. So far so good. Obviously, you know, we'll see in a few hours on how it's working for me. It is currently 12:08, you guys, so I will see you guys. It is now 3:13, you guys. I have worn this concealer for about 4 hours, a little bit going over 4 hours, and I feel like my skin is looking pretty good. I went out, did an errand, and came back home, just finished filming a review video, and I am here now doing my check-in with you guys, and I feel like my skin is looking really good. So far, I haven't noticed any separation or creasing or anything like that, so let me give you guys an up-close clip of how my skin is looking so you guys can make your own, you know, judgment. But so far, I feel like it looks really good. It does look a little oily in this little general area, but I don't feel like it looks too bad, in my opinion. So I'll check in with you guys in another 3 hours to give you guys my last and final check-in on how my skin is currently looking. All right, you guys, it is now 6:07. I have worn this concealer for about 7 hours. I know I mentioned I would do an 8-hour wear test, but to be honest, I already know how I feel about this concealer that I figured, what's another hour? It's not gonna make me change my mind. So here we are, and let me give you guys an up-close clip of how my skin is currently looking. Keep in mind that I did go in with a blotting sheet to remove any of the excess oil, but to be honest, I haven't noticed any separation. It hasn't enhanced any of the texture. It hasn't creased, especially under the eye area, which is, you know, once you get to a certain age, it's something inevitable. But so far it looks really, really good. I'll throw an up-close clip, obviously, of me, you know, using my little blotting sheet to remove any excess oil, and this is like my evidence for you guys. And so far my skin feels really good. It's definitely really lightweight. This is definitely medium to full coverage concealer, and it's really easy to blend. I love the consistency of the formula. It's not too thick and not too watery. It's perfect in between, that once you apply it on, you do have time to blend out this concealer. And I really love the doe foot applicator that it comes with. It picks up enough product. I didn't find myself having to dig into the tube many times trying to layer this on, which is a big plus. I love the price point, $4.99. It's really affordable. The shade range, I wish they added a few more shades, just because I'm not sure if everyone can find, you know, the right shade for them, but if you can, I highly suggest you to try it out and see if it works for you. Keep in mind that I do have combination oily skin, so the T-zone area is generally where I get oiliest the most, and this is basically the area where I've applied this concealer, and I feel like it held up really well. I did go out and run a few errands. I filmed another video. I also cooked today, so I've definitely, you know, put this concealer to the test, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, girl, comment down below, ask away. If you guys have any video suggestions, also comment down below. Let me know so you guys, I don't know what you guys are looking for. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys all in my next video. I love you guys so much. Bye!